Okay, guys, so we got our tank now. Off camera, I did a little bit of revamping. I went ahead and built some stuff for in my armor, and I got the power armor. So now we got legs, we got some defensive lasers just in case. We got batteries, we got solar cells. Uh, until I can get portable nuclear, that's gonna have to do for us. And then the same thing in the tank. We added a roboport to it. We added some personal lasers. We added an energy shield and a bunch of batteries. So now we should be able to roll out and do some serious damage because between what I'm wearing and what I'm carrying, we have about 6 personal lasers. That should take care of that. So I thought today that now that we have the tank, and now that we have the ability to launch a rocket and this and that and the other, that it would be a good idea to start cleaning up some stuff. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab what science we can, which is the distractors and the follower robot count. I do not believe there's anything else right now that we can grab because we do not have purple science. We can make it, we're just not. And we're not making yellow science, which we can make, but we're just not. Now, I would like nuclear power, but we can't get that until we get uranium processing. And we can't do uranium processing yet because we haven't mined uranium. So, that's that's on our list for today. So anyway, like I say, I want to clean up some stuff and tidy up some loose ends, as it were. One of the first things I think I want to do is now that we are making, we have the ability to make red belts. I thought we'd go ahead and make red belts. So red belts, we need gears for the belts. We need gears for the undergrounds. We need gears and green circuits for the splitters. Well, we got what you call it, green here. We've got iron. We got iron, and we've got some gears and what have you. So I think we can do it fairly simply. Let's take a look at the undergrounds first. So if we go here, like right there, that will give us our undergrounds. We just have to take out these three, put an underground in, put our assembler in, put that in, and put that in. And then, how did it move? I guess I was moving when I put it down. All right, so there's that, and there's that, right? And then we put in a pillow. All right, now we're making red undergrounds. All right, red belts. So, red belts need gears and belts. So, belts and gears, right? So if we do here and here and here, we now have red belts. Okay, so the gears, there's our first one, there's our first one. Okay. Now, where are we going to put this one? Because we got to go over by one, right, so that we can get in there, or we can do it up here. If we did it here, well, if we did it okay, if we did it here, let's do this. Let's do here. And we put this here. And why this is going all the way over here, oh, because of that. Never mind. Okay. Okay. Let's do something else. Let's do there. Little funky, but at least it goes over there, right? This guy's getting what he needs. No, he doesn't. It doesn't matter. He doesn't need it. He's not grabbing off of that. We could just come there, right? Which means we could just come there. All right. Put that back, right? All right. Let's do this. Let's do this. This and this, okay? And then we move this over one more. And then that'll be our greens. That'll be that. Although I'd like to take it... See, I'd like to take it out of the chest. Because if I take it out of the chest, then that gives me a chest that I can put crap in. Alright, how about this? How about this? How about we move it all the way over? That still reaches, but we don't want it to reach. We don't care. Because we want a chest between them so that goes into the chest, goes into that. Right? And then we'll take that chest and we'll put the two in there like that. And then that's the green. Okay, so that gives us the belts and the splitters in the green. We just need gears, right? So gears. What if we were to 1, 2, 3 do this? It's funky, but I think it's going to work. Yes, it's going to work. Yes, it's going to work. We're going to make it work. So we do that. That gives me gears. Gears go into here. Now we just need to take them out of there and put them somewhere. And we can just put them right here, I think. Right? Right next to the yellow ones. We're just going to do one stack. So then, power there, and power there. Oops, need power up there. Fine, power there. Do that so there's a connection. All right, so then that, theoretically, will give us our splitters, right? Splitters. Ta-da! Okay. So, now we're making all the reds. We don't have the bulk inserter yet. Let's go down here. So bulk inserter wants the blues, which we've got. It wants a gear, it wants a green, and it wants a red. So, well, how far is that away? Can we can't do it there though, can we? We can't do it there either. Trying to think of how we can get the greens from here into here. Oh man, Will that line up there with the red? That'll, no, that won't line up with the red. That won't line up with the red. That'll line up with the red. That won't line up with the red. However, now it'll line up with a red. And that'll line up with a red, right? So that gives us the greens. That gives us the inserters. We need red and iron gears. Well, hell, iron gears is kind of easy. Iron gears. Right? Now we just need red circuits. Where do we have red? We got red circuits down here. Get them closer anywhere? We do not. Okay. Okay, fine. Seeing as how this is all bootstrap temporary crap, we're going to live with the fact that it's really badly spaghettied. Right? And then out of that and into that. And then that, one stack. Okay? Oh, and we need a pole over here. How's that? Is that getting everything? There's a green. Where's our reds? Were we not putting reds in? Oh. Well, that would be a problem. Let me see something. If we put a red here. Yes. I put it into the wrong assembler. But now we should be okay. No? Oh, we didn't go enough. Right? Now we got reds, we got greens, we got blues, we got gears. Greens are not going to be fast, but we don't care because they're stack inserters, or bulk inserters, and we're not going to be using them all that often right now. Anyway, we will at some point. Okay, so that's that. So that's all of these except for the burner inserter, which we have decided already we don't care. All of these, we have a tank. All of these, we're making this. These are kind of a one-off, except for maybe lights, which, have you noticed, I don't use a lot of lights, which I probably should. And at some point we will start adding lights. Let's see, green, copper cable, and plate. Do we have copper cable somewhere? We're making it, wherever we're making it on demand. So green, copper cable, and plate, huh? Could we sneak one in here somewhere? Can't sneak it there. I'd like to sneak it there and then be able to, you know what, we no, because there's the plate there. How about here? Ooh. So that gives us cable. That gives us plate. That gives us green. That gives us light. let there be light. Bomb? What are you doing, Bomb? And I said, let there be light. Anybody know the movie that's a reference to? That's a pretty deep dive one there. Alright, so there's lights. We don't need these. We do need concrete. Okay, concrete is iron ore, stone, brick, and water. Well, we definitely have plenty of stone brick. We could steal some iron ore. Where is our water? Is this water? That is water. So we could bring water over, right? Bring water over. Steal some iron ore. Because we're going to start needing concrete soon, because in order to build this sucker, we need 1,000 concrete. What do we got? Oh, okay, the defenders. T. Anything else we can research? Nope. We are SOL, hung up in limbo right now with research. Okay, that's fine. So, we're already making walls here. We're making landfill here. Let's make our concrete here too. Right? So, we want to one off from the right, one off from the, and one off, and one there, and come down here, and then of course we're going to have to come I don't like to steal from this because we're already having iron issues as it is, but we're going to have this concrete. So why do I put a space and not just right up against the belts? Habit. Habit. It's just, I don't know. That way, I know there's room there that I can squeeze through if I need to with another belt. That kind of thing. So it's habit. Alright, now we need water. And water, we said, was way over here. So if we go here and we tap in, I want to limit that to one row because I think it's 100 per stack and we need 1,000. So 10 times 100 is 1,000. There we go. So that's not going to take much of the iron away from there. Okay. So that is all of the first page, right? We're making all of this with the exception of these ones right here. What do we got here? We're making this, we're making these, we're making these. We're not making the burner drills because we don't care. We are not making electric furnaces. And these guys take electric furnaces. So when we get to where we're going to make those, we'll be making the electric furnaces there. And we'll take a chest and add it to that. We're making these. We're not making speed modules. We're going to make the speed modules and the production modules and all this crap all in one location because they all take the same stuff, right? Even the later ones do, as far as I know. So we're going to make one spot that makes all of these. So that and these is the only thing we're not making on this page. Is there anything on this page other than the sciences Well, fuel that we need to be making in bulk. And fuel is light oil and solid fuel. And light oil's way over there. We're going to probably process it over there and then move it. Low density structures. We need those to build rockets after we get this going. So these are probably going to be incorporated into the wherever we decide to put this. The rest of this stuff we're kind of building. We're going to have to build robot frames again, or steal them. And the blue circuits are down at the bottom there. The robot frames are down at the bottom. Maybe we'll make the low density structures down there, and we'll belt the science up here. These are all one-offs except for Space Platform Foundation, which will set up a manufacturing plant for that. We're going to want it near the space station so that it inserts it. We're not making radars, and I've just been handcrafting them. I don't know if we need to make them or not. Would it be bad to be making them? No. Green gear plate. Green. Greens and gears, but no plates. Greens, gears. Will one reach if we were to do it here? If we were to do it there, will this reach that? That'll reach that. That'll reach that. That's the gears and the greens. Then we just have the issue of the plates. And if we put a splitter right here, we could either put a splitter there and cost ourselves a splitter, or we could do that. There's our cheap splitter. We want that. We're going to be changing these all soon too. Alright, so change that to one stack. Make that radar, and there we go. All right, so now we're making radars. We are making those over there, but we're hand carrying the steel over, which is fine because I don't need a lot of flamethrower ammo right now. We're not using gates right now, so I'm not going to worry about that yet. None of this stuff we need. We're not making flamethrower turrets, but I'm not of the mindset to add flamethrower turrets yet, because we have one of two ways of doing it. Either A, we train in fluid to power them, or we make a big pipe loop to power them. And we're not at the point where we desperately need them yet, and this would be one hell of a loop. So what we may end up doing is waiting until we're training stuff, and we'll just train in different locations and store some petroleum there. Because I want to train. One of the things I said I want to do. I want to make a train system to go all the way around to all of our walls, and I want to set up zones of repair. So that's on our list to do. So we're not making them right now because we don't need them right now. Okay. Cannon shells would be nice, but we are not making explosives yet. We can make explosives, and they're coal, sulfur, and water. What else are they? Steel and plastic. Normally, nothing about this game is normal. I do those over with my fuel processing. I don't know yet. We'll have to think about that. So there's where we're at with that right now. I think the next thing I want to do, let me go up here. I know we're getting a heck of a stash of random crap, and I am going to have to at one point go through, pluck all this out, and put it in the associated machines where it belongs. I usually do that periodically. I'll store up a lot of this stuff that I end up just gathering up, and then I'll store it away. But we're about to get a serious robot upgrade. So it may very soon put its own self away. Because now what we're going to do is we're going to go down here. We have been building these, and we have been making a fair amount of them so far. We are going to start replacing all of this crap. Oh, I found something I screwed up on, by the way. When I said read logistics and I said this, I did not check read robot statistics. And I went in here and it had, these were all full, and there were some floating around and this and that and the other. I fixed that, and I plucked the ones out except for the 100 that I want to keep in the system right now, and I put them in a box. When you're reading off for how many robots, make sure to check the read robot statistics, because otherwise you don't get the robots. It doesn't count the robots for you. And then it just keeps going. And I couldn't figure out for a minute why it was just going and going and going. And now I know. All right, so we want to put those there. Now, we're going to get these flashies because they're outside the network. I don't care. We will come back to that. For right now, I want to, and you know what? Let's do this the smart way. We have a RoboPort now, and I just got done saying, you know what? I've got robots up here. And I put them, I thought I put them, oh no I didn't, I was smart. I put them in the chest with the robots. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down here, and we're going to grab our excess construction robots. We're just going to grab a stack because we only have one RoboPort, and our one RoboPort will only do 10 robots. So it'd be stupid to do otherwise. And then we're going to grab an upgrade planner, and we're going to say upgrade from chests to passive provider. Now, you've got passive provider, and then you've got active provider. And for a while, it took me a while to try and figure out what the difference between these two was. And then I just recently read something that basically says a storage chest is going to store things, and it's going to have them available if they're needed in the system. And robots will robots will fly in and put stuff in a storage chest and take stuff out of a storage chest. Passive providers will give stuff to robots, but robots cannot put anything in it, but you can put inserters to put stuff in it, just like you can put them in a chest. Active providers are going to accept stuff from inserters, but they're not going to take anything from robots, but they're going to give to robots. The difference between a passive provider and an active provider is basically grandfather and grandmother. You go to your grandmother's house and she's always trying to push stuff on you and give you cookies. That's an active provider. It's going to always try and get rid of what's in it. A passive provider is going to go, there's cookies in the fridge if you want some. So there you go. That's your grandfather and your grandmother. That's those. And then this is the cabinets. Buffer chests and requester chest is kind of obvious. It's please give me something. That's you, right? When you're over at your grandparents' house. Buffer chests, I'm not exactly sure how to relate buffer chests yet. I'm thinking about that, but since we're not using them right now, we're only really worried about passive providers and storage chests. We're going to replace everything with passive providers. Okay, so passive provider, normal. So now it's going to say take all my chests and make them passive providers. And then we're going to go to the map and we're just going to do this. And then we're just going to walk around because our bots, right? Our personal RoboPort is turned on. It's going to do the work for us. Now they're not real fast right now, but now I don't have to zoom into my map and try and figure out where all these stupid little things are because we've hid them all over the place. But by doing this, I can now tell my bots, bring me X, Y, and Z. And everything that we are making, it will bring it to me. And since we only used iron chests for the ends of these and not steel chests, it's not changing over the steel chests. Alright, now it won't bring the stuff to me until there's a network. But that's going to be our next project. Now, the one thing I should do with that is I should go through, and I may do this off camera, I should go through and say, okay, give me a passive provider that provides steel and iron and copper and stone and coal and gears and things like that in case I need to build something. And then we'll be able to just snag those things. Not only that, but when we reach the point where we are trying to leave the planet, we want to be able to remotely tell the system, bring X, Y, and Z over here. Because now, like I say, we've got the tank that now has a RoboPort in it and stuff. When we get to other planets, we can go back to the map and say, hey, bring what I need to where I need it to be, and have them do what they need to do. Right? Okay. Are you done fixing stuff? Come on, little one. Alright, so there's that. Now we need to add in our RoboPorts. And because this base was built on the fly and without a real layout, it is definitely not built around the idea of having squares and this and that and the other. So we're going to have to kind of fit things in where we can fit them in. and get things to connect where we can get them to connect. So that's where it wants to be. If we put it there, right? There's one. And basically what I'm looking for is everything to be covered with orange. Because there's two colors. You see two colors. And orange is the area covered by the logistics network. And green is covered by... Why is that? There you go. Green is the construction network. So it will construct further away than it will bring you supplies. So when you're building your network, keep that in mind. And that is why what I was talking about, and I'll show you in a minute, with regards to saying that I want to build my railroad repair network in such a way that I have isolated areas. Let's use this as an example. So right now, right here, the orange is my logistics network, and the green is my construction construction network. What I want to do is I want to build along the wall so that I've basically got this. That way my bots won't go between these two spaces, but everything is covered with the construction, because the construction robots are what does the repairs. The logistic robots transfer items. So by doing this, the robots won't wander between sections. And if they have to, I can even do that. And then it'll be that one space in the middle that won't be. But I'm pretty sure that if you do it right here, they will not cross. So that is how I'm going to isolate it. And then I'm going to have different stops for each one. And each one will get X amount of repair parts. And we'll go from there. So we want right now, though, to have everything that is in our base to be covered by our logistics hub, so that if we need something and we're inside of our base, we can get it. And those yellow lines, that tells you you're connected. That's how you know you're connected to your logistics hub, or to your logistics network. If you don't see those yellow lines, you're not connected. It's completely separated. So it wants to be there, huh? Alright, fine. I guess we're going to have to overlap one. And that's fine. Like I said, we're going to run into an issue because of the way this base was built, that not everything is going to line up really pretty. So we can't fit one there, but we can fit one. Can we fit one here? We can't fit one there either. But if we fit one, and see, this is where you're going to end up with these overlaps that are kind of wasteful, but kind of not wasteful, because then we can bring the other one over here and put it there. And build where we need to. We're going to have to go down and get some more. this is, you can kind of see where it is helpful under normal circumstances to plan these out prior if you're going to make a big logistics base, because they only have a certain amount of range and this and that and the other. So you're kind of wanting to put them all in spaces where you've got all your coverage. So one of the things you can do is you can pre-make a blueprint, which is basically your logistics hubs and where they would be. Can we put it there? And then build your base around them. Rather than building them around your base. So in order to cover that, we need to be there, but we can't be there. So we'll go down and be here. Alright, map. Let's see if we've got everything. The only thing we don't have is the upper part of our smelter there, and we don't have this included over here. So we can throw one up here. I don't know that we need it. But we can certainly throw one up here. And probably going to need a couple more, so let me grab them real quick. We're going to run out here. And we did not plan having enough between them, but it turns out we have enough between them that we can sit this in here. Do we need it out that far? We don't really, do we? That's right, we have bots now. We can tell the bots to move the trees. Forgot about that. All right. So that covers all of that. And then well, that's fine. There we go. And now our oil plant is hooked into our base, right? So in the event that we need something, they will come out here now because it's all hooked together. Now, we don't have them up here, and we don't have them up here yet, but that's okay. I don't really care about that right now. We got one more thing to do this hour, and that would be to go up and mine ourselves a little bit of uranium. Now, it's right here. I have to have sulfuric acid. This kind of distance, I ought to make a train, and I'm going to make a train, but for right now, I'm not going to make a train because we just need to get one. So I'm not even going to concern myself with the fact that I'm headed towards my smelters, because we'll just go around them. Because I only need a little bit. Now, if I could take a bucket of sulfuric acid with me, you know what? I could have taken a barrel. Oh well. Because we can make barrels. I could have made it in barrels, put it in barrels, and then carried the barrels up here. Now we are going to have to go back down there and put a pump. And we're probably going to have to put a pump up here too. Pretty well certain of it, because we're going a long ways, but I'm willing to do that. I'll get this run first. I think that lines up right there. All right, let's put a pipe in here, pipe in there. Pipe there. Pipe there. All right, we'll put that right there. Now let's go down here and put these pumps in. Oh, you know what? Let's do something fancy. No, let's not, because we're inside the damn plant, and if I drive around with the tank in the plant, I'm going to run into something. What I was going to do is have the tank request a pump, or request pumps, and then drive the tank to where the pumps need to be, and then put down ghosts and have the bots in the tank, which we've got to put bots in the tank. It's the other thing we got to do. Okay. So we're putting the cart before the horse. We don't have any pumps with us. But it would have been neat to be able to drive the tank and go do it remotely and not by hand. We'll have plenty of time to do that, though. We'll have time to do that. We need pumps. Thought I had inline pumps somewhere. No inline pumps there, no inline pumps there. Alright, fine. We want 50. Bring me pumps. And while you're bringing me pumps, we're going to prepare to have pumps. So pumps are 1, 2 long. We want to have at least 50, right? So we want to stack. And it should be bringing us pumps now. Alright, we'll go over here and get the pumps ourselves. No, there they are. There it is. See? It's just a little slow right now. We got to research our speed. But now we have hand delivery. Or we have Uber or something. Whatever it is, that one of those things you pay to have them deliver your stuff to you. Alright, so then we got to go from there to the next spot. Which is right here. And that's the nice thing, is it flashes and tells you where it's got to go. And you can see it on the map where it needs to be. You gotta plug this guy in. And then this one, why is it saying well, we put it in, right? Saying it needs one there, which we know, and it needs one here, which we know. We just put this one in. So why do we need... It's just confused, I guess. Alright, so there we go. So now it's saying, so we could have put it somewhere up here further, I guess, but it's good where it's at. Alright, so now let us set up, and you notice how it changes. That's telling us we need a fluid, so that's how I know, and having played this, I know that we need sulfuric acid. So now we got these cliffs in the way. We're gonna have to figure out a way around them. Fortunately, that fits right there. So we can fit that in there. Oh man, We got ourselves blocked in here. Wish I could fit one there. I wouldn't have to put pipes in. Alright, so there we go. So now, what I normally do is run a set of pipes across the back. Because then I can do like this, and they normally don't get in the way that way. This one's going to be a special case, because then I run the belts from the front. Which, again, going to be a special case here, because we're going to have to go under that. But let's do these other ones first. See where everything hooks up. Right? All right. So that. No more on that side. That's on that side. That to there. That to there. And well, we can fix that too, you suckers. Alright, where's our closest electric? It's up there. And we have a plentiful amount of small poles. We're just going to use a small pole. Now, we just need this. And now we're going to get our science. There's our science. Ta-da! So now we can do uranium processing and get the spicy rocks. And we can build a centrifuge and make shiny spicy rocks. Now what do we need for this? Mine uranium ore gives us that. Then we need, okay, so that is a science. So there's a science. And then for this, we need to build the platform, right? Okay. How are we doing on time? We are right at an hour. So we're not going to bring that down right now because I didn't bring enough belts to do it and what have you. I just wanted to get the science so we can start researching the nuclear and start working on building the pieces parts for that, because I think next episode, we either might start building the rocket stuff, or we might start building the nuclear stuff. I think we're going to start building the nuclear stuff first. Although, I think right now, if we have enough stuff to do it, which is mostly dependent upon concrete, and we have enough concrete, now we have the 1,000 concrete, we have 100 pipes, we need 200 motors, which we're collecting motors down here. I'm not going to have it wait forever to bring me 200 motors. We're just going to come down here and get motors. There's 100, 200. 200 processing and 1,000 steel plate. I think, well, maybe I don't. We're going to put in a chest that so we can at some point. Get our steel just out of a box. Alright, that should be almost 1,000. There's 1,000. Alright, now we need how many? 200. 100, 200. Alright, so now we can build a rocket silo. And we need 200 concrete to build a cargo landing pad. $100. Come on, hurry up. You know what? We're going to change this to 4 because we may need more later. In fact, I know we're going to need more later because we're going to need it for centrifuges. And we're actually going to want a fair number of centrifuges. So we will do them by the 100, by the 1,000. We'll keep it at 1,000. So that just says create space platform. Oh, so we have to send the starter pack. Where is the starter pack? The starter pack is 60 platforms and 20 and 20. So that's the easy part. So 60 steel and copper. 60 times 2 is 120. So that's 1,200. Right? Alright, so yeah, we definitely need to have a crate for steel and for iron and for, yeah, to supply us with our pickup stuff. Rather, you should, what I'm doing is some of the worst stuff you can do. You should not rob your belts, rob your bus to build your stuff. It is a bad habit to get into. I should not be doing it, but I am doing it, and that's life. and it's 60, so we're close. We can get started on 40. And then grab another 20 more. Alright, so there's 20 more. Let's get rid of that. And we do eventually need to... Where the hell's our pole? Oh, we've buried it in here, haven't we? Somewhere. There it is. I need to put a, rather than a provider, I need to put a requester in there, but we can't right now. Because we don't have them. Until we get some more science going. Alright, so it's 1 hour. Do we got time to fart with this? Well, you know what? It's not going to do us any good because we got to send it up, I think, don't we? Processor chunks create space platform by sending. So we have to make the rocket. So we can't do it right now anyway. So it's a moot point. All right. So next time we are going to make our spaceport. We're gonna, at least a temporary small one. We're gonna put our platform down. We're gonna start building our rocket. We're gonna decide where we want to put it. What does this thing need to build rockets? It needs blues, it needs low density structures, and it needs rocket fuel. So we will probably look at building our space stuff down here. Because down here is where we're getting our blues, we're getting our plastics, and what else do we need? Steel, copper, plastics. We don't need blues for rocket pieces? Well, no, we do need blues for rockets. We just don't need them for the... We need them for the rocket. We don't need them for the low density structures. So everything we need is going to be down in this area. So we're probably going to build our rockets down here somewhere. That'll also give us access to more of our frames, which we're going to need in order to be able to do our science. What we may end up doing, now that I'm looking at this, is we may move this section down by one belt so that we have a belt onto which we may move this whole part right here down by one and then have another belt stuck in here that is providing us with frames, because we need frames for yellow science. And we're going to be making low density structures down here. The blues will be down here. The frames will be down here. So we'll probably move the end of that next session. Then we can worry about purple. So we'll be able to do our yellow science, and we'll potentially be able to do our purple science next episode. All right, guys. So that's it for now. I know nothing was major stuff, but it was all progressive stuff. So there we go. All right. Talk to you guys later. Take care. Bye.